Greetings, everybody. I am, first of all, delighted to be here in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the capital of the new digital moonshot transformation, as we speak in front of the distinguished leaders from business and government here. Thank you very much to Sadaya and His Excellency Dr. Abdullah Al Ghamdi, and thanks to the visionary leadership of Their Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Round of applause, please, for everything that the organizers have done. There's no shortage of challenges that need to be solved today to enable a better tomorrow for our planet and our society. Pandemics, drought, famine, flooding, severe weather, food shortages, earthquakes, and other man-made diseases create massive disruptions around the world, as typically happens when disaster strikes. Economically challenged areas across the world are suffering. In Africa and Global South, they suffer the most. Around the globe, many countries are grappling with the impact of seismic shocks from demographic dislocations and changing nature of the work. The economies are changing, accumulating climate and environmental impact. It's not about efficiency and effectiveness or optimization anymore. It's not about corporate profits or greed. It's not about headcount reduction. Corporates must end the rat race now. It's about AI solving real global challenges for our society, for you and your families. Elon Musk is taking us to the moon. We need visions on AI for good in similar fashion. The global pandemic has given us the opportunity to pause for thought and take stock of what is and what is not important. What has happened in big tech world of Silicon Valley, and when COVID hit us in 2020, famous investor Mark Andreessen summoned this appropriately. He said, failure to prepare and respond competently to the coronavirus pandemic by the big tech is palpable. Failure of action and specifically widespread inability to build. He says we have not innovated enough to help humanity, but we could have done it, but we choose not to do it. Specifically, we choose not to have mechanisms, the systems that make those things. We choose not to build. Let's say to the whole world that Silicon Valley and big tech's response during the pandemic crisis was not stellar. We got beautiful music, we got calendar reminders, we got Netflix, we got Amazon to avoid physical stores. But pandemic has shown us that there are major limitations in the high-tech space. And what we got is public relations. What we got was lip service around social innovation, the issue that really matters today, what we're speaking about today. The countries like KSA have moved forward together with private companies and startups to pivot their work, focusing on societal needs. Those companies, ladies and gentlemen, have helped beat the tide of COVID-19 and make the world better, safer, and healthier place. Saudi Arabia's national COVID-19 application, Tawakkalna, has proven critical digital asset to the kingdom fight against pandemic. And also a great example of pandemic management, containment, successful product development against all odds. But there are other companies that have stepped in, aerospace systems that produced monitoring social distancing and face mask wearing from the air. Blue Dot, a Canadian company that have developed outbreak risk software that works to lessen people's exposure to infectious diseases. Benevolent AI used automated language tools to come through interconnected databases, biological processes and scientific research to fight. The company called Traces used artificial intelligence to trace coronavirus by analyzing over 2,000 physical traits through security cameras, from hairstyle to accessory they wear, everything and anything. Bottom line is, startups have stepped up. We now have to create impact with AI. We have to do a lot more. social innovation and AI matters. It matters at this conference. It matters when you go back to your companies, your countries. We need a future where you could do things you love, the life you live that you deserve. You take time, you must grow with nature and nurture the things that you inspire to help others. When humans collaborate with AI, solutions and otherwise would not be possible, would be possible. AI provides us innovative ways of solving extremely challenging problems, while at the same time providing significantly better way of improving our life. More and more businesses are turning to AI for sustainability. More and more businesses are looking at mapping United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We need to map your AI cases, such as pandemic prevention, fighting cancer, fighting hunger, wildlife conservation, boosting accessibility. Not only does AI play a critical role in detecting, monitoring, and learning about natural disasters, but it provides us learning to make our society more resilient when faced with catastrophe. We need entrepreneurs in this country of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in the United States, anywhere around the world. One thing we know, that entrepreneurs could do things better at higher frequency than anyone on earth. They know how to disrupt and they know how to create. Whether their mission is software or algorithmic creation, streamlining processes, they know how to get from point A to point B. Entrepreneurs lead the way. We also need resilience. Business resilience today is fundamental to the company creation. It must withstand major disruptions to survive an unpredictable and turbulent future. High resilience in the face of uncertain, changing environment is necessary. Harvard Business Review in 2019 indicated the need for resiliency much more important than efficiency. Look, we're in a perfect storm right now. Entrepreneurs who are fighting for the digital economy. We're in a perfect storm because resilience is now the key, and we need to be future fit ready for the next set of deployments in artificial intelligence. Right now, today, AI has to be put to use on social innovation causes. We have to focus on AI for climate. Climate change is the planet's greatest challenge, and there's no end in sight. UN already has stated that we need to make a real change in fighting against rising global temperatures. AI will be a major enabler of the core of the climate change technologies. We need climate AI pioneers, same as we needed AI pioneers, but now climate AI pioneers, to step up and provide right solutions to fight for survival and growth of our planet. Innovators, where are you? Step up and fight the climate change with your unique AI use cases to prevent wildfires, mitigating environment risks that are posed by hotspots across the world. But not only this, we need AI for net zero waste reduction. There are several companies like Grey Parrot, another company, Win. All of them are focusing artificial intelligence for net zero waste. AI for environmental intelligence, better climate predictions. Columbia University Climate Initiative already indicated that AI helps researchers gain 89 to 99% more accuracy in identifying tropical cyclones, winter weather storms, atmospheric rivers. We need to do more. Google is doing a lot with machine learning, with nowcast precipitation and high resolution. We have many projects in this. Drones and environmental monitoring is another big area. We have to focus on eliminating food hunger. According to the World Food Program, the current trends continue. The chronic hunger right now, many people are hungry across the world. This will increase by 840 million by 2030. AI projects around the world could help combat this dreadful world's hunger using projects like Nutritional Early Warning System, NEWS, developed by SciEnt. NEWS will aggregate and analyze satellite imagery. Bottom line, there's a lot to do with climate, smart cities, and everything else. I want to just point your attention today that we have an initiative, which I am the co-chair, AI for the Planet. This initiative is designed to provide real solutions for the climate change issues around the world. We believe that those types of think tanks Those types of alliances are very necessary. We're changing the world, not only through large corporations or consultancies. Those initiatives like AI for Planet, AI for Good, they build networks of events and resources, solutions database, and they aim to create ecosystem focusing on solving problems. We gotta solve the problems, not only focusing on responsible AI, but we gotta remove the barriers, and we have to do it by identifying excellent AI for good startups to ensure equitable and moderated distribution among them. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, this initiative, which I'm very proud, AI for Planet, is one of the only initiatives that is focusing on identifying top use cases. It's selecting the most promising solutions worldwide, and it's doing that accelerating deployment and adoption at massive scale. We're proud to have many strategic partners, AI for Good, UNESCO, UNDP, BCG, and the United Nations headquarters to be part of this. Please join us on this crusade. If you have interesting companies and startups, thank you very much for listening to my talk. Do get engaged, and let's solve the world's greatest problems together instead of focusing on efficiency and effectiveness. We could do that as well, but now humanity is suffering. We need to help them, and we have to use the best available AI solutions and data sets to address those problems. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all the best in this amazing conference.